The Temple of Ascending Flame is a left-hand path movement without hierarchies founded by a Asenath Mason in Poland. It focuses on the draconian tradition, pushing for self-deification, individuality, and personal transformation. Central to their teachings is the worship of the draconian trinity, Lucifer, the she-demon Lilith, and the primal serpent Leviathan. They view the draconian force as the source of all creation. Lucifer is central to their beliefs. They view him as a symbol of enlightenment and rebellion against societal norms, religious doctrines, or mainstream consciousness. The demon Lilith is his female counterpart. Leviathan is seen as primal energy that creates and destroys universes in an endless cycle. They also venerate other entities like Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft, Arachne, the spider goddess, and the demon king Belial. The temple's ultimate goal is for members to become draconian mages and transcend human limitations, eventually becoming gods themselves. The temple demands active commitment, a willingness to radically change one's life, and asks for daily magical practice. This personal ascent journey includes many practices like pacts with dark gods, sacrifice, sexual sorcery, blood offerings, Goetia witchcraft, communion with demons, or dark Qliphothic magic from Kabbalistic tradition. Through these intense rites, the practitioner apparently can expect greater health, wealth, love, and inspiration. The Synagogue of Satan, founded by Michael S. Margolin in 1999, is a paradoxical religious organization blending Satanism, Thelema, and Freemasonry while aiming for the ultimate destruction of all religion, including itself. They see themselves as sinners, that's why they write synagogue this way. The group champions individual freedom balanced by social responsibility, rejecting dogma and accepting members from other religions. Its philosophy is drawn from Aleister Crowley's work and Masonic ideals. It portrays Satan as a force of liberty rather than a deity, embodying revolution and freedom. Members are encouraged to define their own reality and not impose their beliefs on others, resonating with their principle of mutual respect. The synagogue seeks to dismantle societal and religious constructs through education to create a world of self-rule and cooperation. Though unaffiliated with other satanic groups, they have ties with the Gnostic Catholic Church of the Ordo Templi Orientis, an occult secret society. The group says their job will be done when society respects each individual's rights, no matter how diverse. The Satanic Reds, founded in the late 1990s by Tani Yan Tsang. This movement blends Satanism with Marxist communist ideology, stirring up a unique mix of occult and political activism. Their view on Satan isn't as a god, but as Sat and Tan, representing being and becoming. Similar to one of Lovecraft's fictional chaos deities, they incorporate H.P. Lovecraft's writings, Central Asian folklore, and communist ideals, using a mix of satanic and socialist symbols in their online activism. Their practices include occult rituals and promoting social welfare programs, likening their vision to a renewed New Deal inspired by Roosevelt. They emphasize self-evolution through one's inner force, which aligns with their esoteric belief in chakras. Unlike traditional satanic groups, they focus heavily on worker rights and social reform while claiming to follow the left-hand path. The Temple of Black Light, founded in 1995 by Jon Nödtveit in Sweden and formerly known as the Misanthropic Luciferian Order, this cult is centered around their radical chaosophy. They accept the Jewish and biblical creation story but reject the Abrahamic God, seeking to erase his creation entirely through rituals and magic. They believe the universe exists within the stable, materialistic realm called cosmos, but outside of this lies chaos, a dynamic realm ruled by 11 dark gods, with Satan as the boss. These gods are seen as aspects of a higher being, Asarati, the dragon mother, who will one day destroy cosmos and allow chaos to consume everything. Their practices used to involve rituals, demon invocations, and even animal sacrifices, namely cats, which one of the members bought through classified ads. The group promoted a militant form of neo-Gnosticism and misanthropy, urging its followers to reject modern society, which they view as corrupt and built on lies. The Temple of Black Light even criticizes the Church of Satan and Temple of Set for seeking societal acceptance and diluting dark spiritualism. It rejects Christianity, Judaism, and Islam as destructive to the spirit and opposed to beauty, nobility, and honor. The group was even involved in a murder, with two members, Jo Nødtveit and Vlad Koshnot, being convicted for the 1997 killing of Josef Ben Medur. However, the cult still operates in the shadows under their new name. The Joy of Satan Ministries was founded in the early 2000s by Andrea Harrington, wife of the American National Socialist Movement's former leader Clifford Harrington. This cult blends theistic Satanism with neo-Nazism, anti-Semitism, and Gnostic paganism while embracing UFO and alien conspiracy theories. It portrays Satan as an extraterrestrial creator god who wants humanity to elevate itself through knowledge. Members believe he used advanced genetic engineering to create humanity, with the Nordic Aryan race as his pinnacle creation. The group claims that Jews and Abrahamic religions come from ancient hostile aliens who once fought the good enlightened aliens on Earth, and that Satanism is the true nature of humanity. In their polytheistic framework, Goetia demons are seen as real beings under Satan's rule, with the demon Lilith honored as a symbol of women's rights and empowerment. Practices include meditation, telepathic contact with demons, rituals, and sex magic, with initiates making a blood-signed commitment to Satan's work. Despite significant controversies, the cult still has influence within modern theistic Satanism. The Order of Nine Angles is a militant satanic network originating in the UK, known for its neo-Nazi ideology and violent extremism. They praise Nazi Germany as a practical expression of the satanic spirit and burst of Luciferian light. The cult promotes racial conflict, societal taboos, and human sacrifice as part of its left-hand path spiritualism, aiming to overthrow Judeo-Christian Islamic influences and establish what they call a militaristic imperium to pave the way for an Aryan society that will colonize the Milky Way. The ONA criticizes other satanic groups like the Church of Satan and Temple of Set as weak and sham satanic. They view Satanism as a path of self-mastery and Nietzschean self-overcoming. They focus on individual growth through real-life challenges and risks. But the group rejects ceremonial rituals. Instead, to advance in rank, members must perform assaults, lynchings, and other crimes to break societal and cultural conditioning. They see Satanism as a way of life, not simply a religion. The group has been linked to hundreds of crimes, including murder, terrorism, and child abuse, drawing widespread condemnation. The Grigorist Temple of Satanael centers its belief on the worship of the so-called Watchers, a group of 200 fallen angels led by Satanael. They believe these beings rebelled against the Abrahamic god Yahweh to share forbidden knowledge with humanity, teaching arts, sciences, and magic, while procreating with human women, creating hybrid Nephilim offspring. For them, Satanael is not the devil, but a liberator and the ultimate deity, also known as Azazel, Helel, or Baal Zebul. Their theology is entirely theistic, rejecting the Abrahamic concept of heaven, hell, the Holy Trinity, or Yahweh as a creator, viewing him instead as a finite, lying, tyrannical God. They also think Jesus was just a human possessed by God and not his son. Their practices focus on rituals and meditations to contact Satanael and the Watchers directly. These rituals often involve burning inverted pentagrams on paper with offerings like herbs, and sexual rituals to channel spiritual energy. Altruism is rejected in favor of personal growth, with members encouraged to prioritize their own advancement. They also deny mainstream occult movements like Wicca or Crowleyan magic, objective morality, and avoid dualistic good versus evil ideologies. But they say they don't hate any god or other religions. But they do reject groups like Joy of Satan or the Order of Nine Angles and call them laughable and obsessed with political ideology. Temple of Set, founded in 1975 by Michael Aquino as a breakaway from LaVey's Church of Satan, this sect centers on self-development and enlightened individualism, how they call it, blending influences from Aleister Crowley, ceremonial magic and Western esotericism. Aquino rejected LaVey's materialism, viewing Set, the Egyptian god of darkness, as a real entity and the true prince of darkness behind the name Satan, with the Judeo-Christian devil as a corruption. Members believe in developing their black flame, a unique intellect that the god Set gave them and which elevates humanity above animals. While members revere Set, they don't worship him, focusing instead on personal empowerment and self-deification. Some argue the temple is no longer Satanist since it has cut all ties with the satanic scene. Church of Satan. In 1966, Anton LaVey launched a secular, atheistic form of Satanism with the Church of Satan, blending humanism, hedonism, and rebellion into a philosophy of self-worship. He framed Satan as a rebel anti-hero, a symbol of pride, freedom, and indulgence, rejecting religious morality and embracing the 7 deadly sins as virtues. What's interesting is, while LaVey preached personal freedom as the core of his philosophy, he reportedly had a habit of micromanaging his followers. His Satanic Bible sold around 1 million copies. He's definitely a solid businessman. It became a cornerstone promoting indulgence, self-realization, and the celebration of humanity's desires over spirituality. LaVey saw humans as gods in their own right and dismissed altruism, advocating for survival-driven aggression and self-gratification. He said humans should embrace their animal nature. While his flamboyant rituals and media presence initially attracted a wave of attention, LaVeyan Satanism remains rooted in atheistic principles, rejecting all deities, so they don't worship the devil. Still, after LaVey's death in 1997, the Church of Satan continues to uphold his original philosophy while dismissing other Satanist groups as pretenders or misunderstood reverse Christians. The Satanic Temple, founded in 2013 and based in Massachusetts, is a left-wing, non-theistic organization with global congregations and an estimated 700,000 members. The Satanic Temple is seen as a progressive, updated version of LaVeyan Satanism, though the Church of Satan considers them to be masquerading as Satanists. Unlike the Church of Satan, they focus on activism rather than individualism, using Satan as a symbol of rebellion against arbitrary authority and social norms. The group advocates for compassion, civil rights, secularism, the separation of church and state, social justice, and bodily autonomy while opposing Christian political conservatism, especially anti-abortion laws. They also view marriage as a religious sacrament protected by the First Amendment in the US and say it should be free from government control. The group is often described as rationalist political pranksters. One famous and controversial prank involved performing a pink mass over the grave of the mother of Christian and prominent anti-LGBT preacher Fred Phelps, claiming this mass converted her spirit into a lesbian. Absolutely disrespectful. The Greater Church of Lucifer, founded by Michael W. Ford after leaving the Order of Nine Angles in 1998, is a group that blends both theistic and atheistic Luciferianism, which is a branch of Satanism. His group started as the Order of Phosphorus before adopting its current name. The church embraces diverse followers, including rationalistic Satanists, neo-pagans, and occultists. Ford's philosophy is outlined in his works, especially the wisdom of Eosphorus, but it doesn't follow a single unified belief system. Ford and his followers describe their faith as Luciferian witchcraft. Luciferians view Lucifer not as the devil, but as a liberating figure, sometimes as a destroyer, guardian, the lightbringer, or even the true god. They focus on seeking knowledge and growing from it. Unlike traditional Satanism, which emphasizes physical existence, and Christianity, which focuses on spirituality, Luciferians see their belief system as a balance between both. Some Luciferians criticize groups like the Church of Satan and the Satanic Temple, accusing them of using Satanism for superficial or financial purposes. Blood Over Intent is a controversial cult-like movement founded by Mark Brown around 2013, with strong links to conspiracy theories, especially the Flat Earth movement. It's mainly an online New Age religion that requires members to post their rituals on YouTube, creating a cult-like atmosphere where followers monitor each other's activities to discourage people from leaving the group. The founder claims to be the reincarnation of Satan and says he possesses the Book of Life, which contains the names of 144,000 people who will avoid endless suffering in the afterlife. But to get your name in the book, you must perform a special blood magic ritual. Write a sentence like "Bring forth heaven onto earth" on a piece of paper, then prick your finger, wipe a bit of your own blood on it, and finally post your ritual video on YouTube. Followers believe Brown will lead them to salvation, and they reinforce this by subscribing to each other's channels and monitoring their behavior. Creepy stuff if you ask me. The Turku Society for the Spiritual Sciences, founded by Finnish Pekka Situin in 1971, blended Satanism, Neo-Gnosticism, Theosophy and anti-Semitism with a nationalist and Aryan spiritual agenda. Situin claimed Lucifer, Satan and Jesus could all be worshipped together under a supreme being called the Primal Father Monad. His group opposed capitalism, communism and Judaism, which it viewed as oppressive. Its activities allegedly included satanic orgies and Finnish folk magic practices, and it operated a printing house that published occult, satanic and Holocaust denial materials. His society was banned in 1977, partly due to its links to the Kursivi printing house arson attack. In 2010, a new group under the same name emerged, even performing a 2012 ritual to consecrate Finland to Satan. The Brotherhood of Satan, one of the most secretive and hierarchical sects, claims roots back to the 1600s in the US and even earlier in Europe, where it was initially called the Brotherhood of Darkness and Shadows. This Satanist group operates offline, charges a one-time membership fee, and believes Satan is the real, sentient god of this world. They emphasize authentic traditional Satanism with a strong focus on free will, personal growth, and mutual respect among members. The Brotherhood operates as a coven and a tightly knit family while encouraging individuality and rejecting elitism. Members progress through ranks from initiate to infernal clergy while fostering their knowledge of Satanism and witchcraft. They explicitly condemn animal sacrifice and focus on education and personal empowerment within their non-ego-driven community. Subscribe and like the video to support the channel, and thanks for watching, guys.